Well, here we are. Welcome back to ETS2, and welcome back to the harsh Russian map. Hang on a minute. ETS2. Just turn the volume down on what I've got the monitor on my phone just to check the stream. Right. This is part 2 of a trip we started yesterday. And we started in Homsk, down in the south end of this area of the map. We headed north and we continued to head north, and we then ended up going on a hidden road, which, well, you can't see it in the map, so that's the obvious thing, but it was a tough first part of the trip. Most of the hard work should have been done. We have arrived in Magadan. It's early morning, it's just gone 7 AM, and we've now got the big climbs and descents out of Magadan. We've only got 45 miles to go, and that's the destination that we're trying to get to, or Rotukan. I think that's how you pronounce it in English. Of course, I'm using the Russian to English translation mod. Again, to point out that although this is what the GPS route is telling us to do, this isn't necessarily the route that we're going to end up taking, as you will find out. So 45 miles, real miles, remember, it's going to be slow to start with, because we've got these big climbs to start. So let's just get the thing underway, and I will move my wheel into place.
Have a pleasant drive, well, as pleasant as you can have with us navigating your route.
Just put the brake on. So here we are, we've arrived at Magadan, which is a seaport in Russia, and we're heading that direction. So what time did I say it was? 7:35 AM, so it's good. We're going to have daylight, so we're going to be able to see the landscape and everything around about us. So we've set the truck up. I'm going to still continue to use the manual gears. I've switched the gear controls so that I'm not using my gear stick, to try and get a bit of reliability. We'll put the diff lock on, which I'll do in a minute. Right, I'm just moving my wheel into place. Just 2 seconds while I do that. And we are just about set to go. So, as Jeremy Clarkson says, 45 or 48 miles, how hard can it be? So let's find out. Right, we're set. We'll hit the V button to put the diff lock on. And off we go. We've got the lights on. And of course we're still using this big MAZ prototype truck. Right, so we've got the brake on. Right, we're good to go. And we also need to remember this invisible barrier up ahead, which we showed at the end of the stream yesterday.
Turn right. Turn right. Continue straight.
And we'll abide by the traffic rules for now.
Continue straight.
So this is this sort of checkpoint that we have here. We have to go into the right. And now we climb. We've got to watch the speed go down here, as we have to do for about 4 or 5 of these. Problem is you want to keep the momentum up when you come to the next hill, but you can't do that. You're going round a bend. I can't see any driving. No, we're climbing and descending in this first part. We've got another 3 or 4 of these to come. It's just a title screen here. Hang on a minute. I do apologise. That's better. Thank God you're on. I did that the other day as well. I left the screensaver on, forgot all about it. And the thing is, cold as pillow with BP4 was sitting watching right from the start. And 20 minutes into it, he then decides to tell me he can't see anything. At least you had the sense to say something. So we've just left the Russian port city of Magadan. And we're coming to another big drop here in a second. Now you do want to fly down these descents so that you can get that momentum for the next one, but they've got sharpish bends, and when you go down here at 100 mile an hour, you're going to tip the truck. Oh, I've not seen all of this map. I've done quite a lot of it over the years, but I mean, I'll tell you something. Remember, this is all 1-to-1 scale. We're only going to be doing 40 odd miles in the finishing part of this trip, but I'll show you something. See this area here? This area here, I have never been to. I attempted to get over here years ago, but this is all of this part of the map here is all in winter, and it's brutal. You can't see where you're going for many parts of it. But the problem is the further along this area you go, you eventually end up in the Siberian tundra. So it's just snow and ice. And my truck kept falling through the ice and I couldn't get anywhere, so I had to quit. So I've never been to that area of the map. This is a thing I'm going to do. Maybe tomorrow I'll do it. I'll get another truck because this truck's far too big for this job. But you see this part here? This part here is actually set in Bolivia. It's the guy's attempt at doing a death road, and I don't know whether you've seen it because I've done it before. It is on my channel. Now this is about 30 miles or something. But it's his Russian death road, and this truck won't be able to do that because the truck is too long. But I'm going to do a job that's going to take us to Caranavi. In fact, I'll spawn there I'll find a job that will take me across this death road, and you'll see how crazy this road is. I mean, it's right up in the mountains, and it's all twists and turns, and you can easily fall off the mountain, and I've done it on a few occasions. So this is not part of the Russia map here. It's a little side thing that he did, a little project that he did to make a death road. So I'll do that tomorrow probably if I've got time. Welcome to Semi-Pro. So let's see if we can keep the truck upright, because this will easily tilt around these bends at this speed. But we need the momentum for the next hill. That's the problem. You have to weigh up the pros and cons. to get the gears down quick enough there. So we've arrived here just at the right time of the morning, so the sun's going up. We're going to have daylight for the rest of the job. And we're holding up the traffic. Now John Higgins was up 3 frames to 1 when I shut the snooker off there, so somebody can keep me updated on what's happening. Parliament, are you still there? The Parliament's gone already. He doesn't last the pace. Oh, 3-2 now. You remember Satman from VP3, don't you? He set up the Moscone Cup. Tony Lamb, that was his real name. Well, the messages have got to go via Restream first, that's why. Yeah, I'm going up too high a gear there, I think. Well, I take it you heard the sad news. Mark told me last night on the stream. Well, he's been seriously ill for a good number of months, and he passed away yesterday. And Mark reminded me also, because it was him that organised the VP3 leaks that we had. I forgot about that. So that's another VP'er gone to the pool room in the sky. So we climb up, we go down, we climb up, we go down, and eventually, in fact, we'll hit sort of level ground for a little while, and then depending on the way we go, we'll end up climbing up and down again. That was before you were around semi-pro. Satman, he was a tournament director at one time. He did tournaments along with us, and then he drifted away from VP3. I don't think he was ever in VP4, or if he was in once. I don't really know how long he's been ill. That would have been a major factor in how he would have been hanging around. But well, he's now no longer with us. Like I say, I mean, the valid reason that he might not have been around is the fact he's had ill health for a number of years. Right, here we need to be careful here. This is the one where you can tilt. Yeah. And unfortunately we'll have more. Such is life. Oh, we're going to go, we're not steering. There we go, going far too fast. Now I think we're coming down across the bridge in this one. There's a bridge at the bottom here, and then a big climb out again. But we want to try and get down here. If there's nothing in the road, we want to try and keep the speed up. And again, you've got that little bend that can tilt the truck. I'm stuck. Too late that time. Yeah, I was too late in changing the bloody gear. Now we're going to have a long, slow climb. That bloody truck was in the way. That's what happens when you don't keep the momentum going. That's the trouble with this. If you keep the momentum going, you know, you'll get up the other side. That bloody truck was in front of me just when I wanted to keep going, and then I had to slow down with stop hitting it, and that was it. Now I can't get started. We just need to go over this little, there's a little brow there that's holding the trailer up. That's what it is. No, I don't want to start rolling backwards. Now let me double check. Well, I've got 800 horsepower. I've got a truck that gets up these hills no problem. The problem with this is not the truck. The problem is the wheel setup. It's a prototype truck, and it's got 6 axles. The front 3 are steerable, and the back one counter steers. And it's not maybe the best design for going up hills, but it is one of the better designs for the off-road sections in this map. Damn truck hadn't been there, and look at how steep it is further up. This is going to take probably an hour or more to get up this hill. I take the diff lock off, that's when I will go back down the hill. Put it back on. Well, we did buy yards here. I mean, look at the bloody rock. I mean, come on. Look at the road down there where we came. Well, there's what you like and what I'm going to do, and I ain't going to do that. It's getting really steep. Right, I'll tell you what I might have to do. I might have to go back up the other hill, come back down and try and run at it. Now what I want to really do is weave across the road. The problem with weaving across the road is as soon as I leave a gap, these bastards behind me will just start popping through, and then I'll have traffic on the right side of me, and I won't be able to weave. Oh, ye of little faith. Just got to work the brake and the accelerator to try and get it to kick in. Oh, you're talking about yeah, well, I mean, you could try chatting her up, but I mean, she's that bloody busy in the phone. She's not interested. That's why I took to eating my sandwich. There we go. See, you got to test your driving technique in this map as well, so it's not just about trying to run up the big hill, it's when the truck gets stuck like that and how you overcome it. So these are about the steepest roads on this map. There are other ones as well as steep. And I'll tell you, it's not quite the steepest, because when it's the steepest the camera almost goes through the road when you go to the front view like this. I wonder if the diff lock's off again. Well, I did say at the beginning there's only 45 miles to go. How hard can it be? This is the steepest part of the road here. This is why we're really struggling. The brow's just up at the top there. Good afternoon. Could be a long one. No, this is another hill. No joy there. We were only what 100 yards from the bloody crest. Fuel tank. No fear of that happening. Some young hitchhiker I picked up. Where the hell's the camera went to? I don't know her name. I can't keep my eyes off her. Anyway. Almost there. Just a pity there's another one or two of these to come though. Keep checking if the diff lock's on because I can't see the rear wheels rotating. It must have been on. There, turning again. Well, we're not almost there, let's be honest. Yes, I am, yes, I will be. Don't go back to work till Friday. But the match starts at a good time. There shouldn't be anything in front of us because I've held the traffic up so long, so as long as it's a decent clear road ahead we should be good for the next climb. Oh dear. We're doing 100 and whatever it is at the moment. We're going to crash. This is going to be a disaster. I need to get the brakes on. Uh-oh, we're gone.
Ahead.
Boom.
Turn right.
Right, we survived that. We survived it. Right, we just need to ignore James here because you can go straight through the town. He's telling us to turn right, but you just ignore that.
Turn right.
We'll ignore the traffic lights as well. Oh, they've actually turned to green. Right, it ain't all over yet. We're just through this little town.
Continue
Luckily the lights are at green. Well, I've got the mobile on watching YouTube at the moment. I'm watching my live stream to see it's okay. Got the gears down quick enough there again. We won't be long until this up and down section's over then. If we're going the way I think we're going, it'll be a lot more up and down. So we'll get 37 miles to go. And we may well end up in the winter section of the map, I'm not sure. Here we go again. Big drop. Now, if only there was no traffic coming. There's another bloody truck in my way. Oh, we get past him, that'll do it. In second. This is all part of the oldest section of this map. This map's been going as long as Eurotruck, so it's been added to over the years, but this is certainly one of the oldest parts of the map. I mean, I can remember driving this route, 10 years ago easily. I wonder if we should dare trying to get up to third. Try fourth. That's going to hold. Now it's getting a wee bit steeper again, I think. I think we're going to make it. Number 8 camera is the sort of drive past camera. Sometimes it kicks in, sometimes it doesn't. You go like that and then it cuts out quick. Yeah, it's not working. I think it prefers you to be in level ground to do the drive past camera. That's better. right up to top gear. I'm feathering the brake just to stop us running away, because this momentum and turning right doesn't help. We'll tilt. Right, let's gun it. Let's gun it. Now there should be a town at the foot of one of them. I think, is this it or is it the next one? I can't remember. Oh dear. Uh-oh, uh-oh, we're gone this time. No we are, yes we are. Let's see if we can find the bloody gears. That's another reason why you want the off-road tyres when you end up doing that. Oh, we're caught in the bloody crash barrier. Oh, come on, good Christ. This bloody car that's right next to me wants to get past. Sod it. It's that bastard thing that's catching us. Fix that. Right. Sokol. Another big climb out of here. Why did that jump down to neutral there? Just keep it in first. Higgins has been doing that far too often. He's getting himself in a winning position, and then then he can't get the job done. He's had far too many of them, and a whole sequence of them he's had. Just cannot get it done.
Turn right.
Now this is of course where the GPS is unreliable on many parts of the map. So what we need to then do is use our initiative here. First of all, that sign on top says Magadan, go left, so we definitely should be going right, because if we go left, that's just going to take us back to the town we've come out of. So we go right.
Turn right.
Jimmy White won't be in this tourney, I don't think, is he? Or did he get in it because he won something? I don't think he's in the Masters. Or does he get in it because he won the Seniors World Championship? I can't remember. Maybe that was 2 years ago. Oh, he certainly hasn't looked. He doesn't look healthy to me. That's all I'm saying. I mean, he's, as I say, the result of it is he's either lost a lot of weight because he's trying to keep fit, or he's got underlying health conditions. Stephen Henry won it right, so Jimmy White definitely won't be in the Masters. Right, so this is last winter's snow that's all muddied at the side of the road here. We've got a bit of climbing to do here as well. Palatka, I think that's what it says. It wants to die. Keep going. Oh, there we go. We're just on the brink there of having to risk a gear change. too high a gear. In fact, it jumped down to neutral. Even in the manual settings, the thing's still jumping up and down the gears. So we've been driving for an hour. It's about 8:29 game time. And we've got another climb to come. We've just got 30 miles left. First gear it is then. So Higgins was 3-1 up, and now he's 4-3 behind. Oh dear. Still holding the traffic up. Now we've got a left turn up ahead, which if that's the way we're supposed to go, I think it is, then we've got a lot more up and down climbing to do. We've got to get through a tunnel in the mountain, and then we start climbing again. Right. Oh, he's trying to overtake. Well, I've just flattened him. Now.
Turn left.
If we go on that road there, this road is a single track road. That eventually takes you to the Siberian section of the map. It's a long trip there, but we're not going that direction. We're turning left. Or we're supposed to be turning left.
Turn left.
Here we go through the mountain. one thing I noticed about this part of the map is that when the map modders, now you can see it straight away where he hasn't done this right. If you look, you'll notice this all the way up and down this road. He hasn't knitted the landscape to the road, so as a result you can see a gap. That's just a bit of shoddy work there. You know, that's through the map, but you can actually see it there as well, big time, where the grass hasn't knitted to the road surface. You know, if he'd placed that better, then you wouldn't see that gap, but you'll see it all the way up and down this. Right, anyway, I'm just nitpicking. Let's go. And this is a busy road as well, a lot of traffic on it. You see those gaps, especially in certain light, you can spot it even more. Didn't get down low enough in the gears again. Look at that. Sticks out a mile like a sore thumb. I think we need to get back down to, we need to get back down a gear. But the problem is you can't get room to overtake here either, so you just got to keep going. Oh, it's almost over then. So we've got 27 miles left to go. See, I want to keep moving, but I'm catching up with the bloody cars in front. So the problem is I've got that much traffic coming in the opposite direction. I'm just going to have to run things over or try and just squeeze past them. I don't want to slow down. I just want to keep going. That'll do it. Once we get past this truck, I don't think there's anything else in front of him at the moment. At least I can't see anything. Uh-oh, almost came a cropper there. That it's like a flashback to one of these music shows. That oh, the zooming you mean? I'm zooming in for the benefit of my eyes. I'm trying to see what's up ahead. You mean this? See, that as long as you get onto the opposite lane, the AI drivers will know that something's blocking the road, so they'll just stop, and then you can just get past them, rather than just trying to crawl up behind these slower trucks. You know, they're the things that hold me up, and as long as I can keep my momentum going, I'll get past them eventually. See, they won't plough down at 60 miles an hour and just ram into you because you're on the other side of the road. They'll brake. The traffic is relentless, it just keeps coming. I think we'll get too much of this to go. Then we'll have to look at the map and make a couple of decisions, I think, because then this is the fun part of this map. Because I mean, the fact that I've got a Russian to English translation in doesn't actually help me. It only helps me to spawn in a particular location. What you've got to be able to do is interpret what the road signs are telling you, and that's maybe not quite as easy as it looks. And then you have to just take a punt that you're taking the right route. Almost run him over there. Right, so James is telling us to turn right. Now I think I can see winter ahead. So we've got a road sign to read here.
Turn right.
So let's have a look at the map. It's telling us to turn right. Now you can see, you know, it's telling us to go this direction, which generally might be correct. We'll soon find out if that is the case. Hang on, get the gears to work. Right, here we go. Right now. It's been a long while since I've been along this direction. Definitely. And it's good to be in level ground for a little while. This still could be the wrong way we're going, by the way.
Ahead. Turn right.
It's not the first time you'll follow the instruction and you'll end up in a dead end. Now you see,
Turn right.
that sign's at least telling you there that you can't go left. Hang on. Let's just do the fly cam for a minute. See, that just takes you back to where you were. Now, I'm still not convinced that we're actually taking the right route, but we'll do what James tells us. I've got a sneaking suspicion this could be wrong, and we'll soon find out. The worrying thing is when you don't see traffic, it can all suggest that this is just going to be a dead end. Well, there's a truck. That doesn't always mean it's good. I have to thank you, Hugh. I have been playing, let me just pause that, I just noticed that in the chat. I have been playing ETS2 non-stop for at least a week. Oh well, I mean the thing is, I've got dozens of mod websites that I go to, and this is why I can get the Russian trucks and I mean the thing is, I like the Kamaz Russian truck, but there's not a good one at the moment. There's not one that's really good enough for this map, because the mod guys that have brought out versions of the truck I like, they brought them out with much more reduced power engines, which are no good for this map. Down to like 300 horsepower, that wouldn't get you through a puddle, let alone up some of the bloody hills I'm going up and down. you see how far we've come along this road. This could still end up in a dead end or just go straight off the map. I can't remember. According to the GPS, we've just got 21 mile to do. And suddenly it's winter. Now, don't imagine that this is what winter's like in this map, because this is a balmy day. The further north you go, the more brutal it gets. Till it's like whiteout conditions in certain areas where you can't see 5 yards in front of yourself. And you have to go down to the bumper cam to actually see any of the road, and you're driving through big snowdrifts. This is mild. This is just to break you in gently at the winter part of the map. We're just ignoring the speed limit because we want to get the job done. Guys going at snail's pace, because and that's the other frustrating thing about this part of the map, that a lot of the road is like 19 miles an hour speed limit, so you get stuck behind big lines of traffic, which makes it even more frustrating. Then you start taking risks. Uh-oh. That's what happens when you turn too quick. Look. We're just desperate to get it finished. Nobody saw that. That's okay. Nobody's watching. Just ran into a turn too quick there. Nobody saw it. How far have we got? But it seems like we've had 16 miles to go for half an hour. But we will eventually have a change in the landscape. I'm just going to do a quick inside manoeuvre there. But I'm fairly certain that we'll have a decision to make again in the not too distant future in what direction we go. Yeah, eventually got up the hill, yeah, and down the hill, and up the hill, and down the hill. I've only tilted the truck about 3 times. I don't mean tilt, toppled it on its side. So we're now 15 miles to go. See, sometimes for me it's not too easy to see a dark car on that dark road surface. Now, you see what I mean about the length of time we've spent on this road, and then suddenly it comes to a complete dead end. That's the frustrating thing about this map. Things like this, right? That proves my point. You can drive for like, what seems like maybe, 10 miles almost, and the road ends up going there. And these are all, that's the same road, but it's under the landscape to confuse the GPS, and that's why I took this, and I trusted James, and he was full of shit. So after all that weaving and ducking and diving, we took the wrong turn. And that's exactly where you will get totally pissed off with this map. So what we need to do now is either drive all the way and do a U-turn and go back the way, or do what I'm doing, and that's cheat. because I can't be arsed doing all this reversing and going all the way back. Yeah, we've done a good few miles on a road. I had a funny feeling I should have went, you know, the sixth sense tells you there's something not right here. And sure enough, I didn't listen. Right, so, I think this was where we came, wasn't it? Aye. We're still to go back to the main road, to the main turn. Now, I think let's go that way, because that's where we came in, and we will start here. This is where he tells us to turn left. Right, so now
turn right. Yeah,
well, that's bullshit. Right. Now that name there, let's look at the map. This is where we're going to end up getting lost. So we're going to go forward. So that was, what, 15-20 minutes of my life that I won't get back. Now I think there might be a repair station up here. I'm not sure whether there's fuel.
Turn right. Turn right.
See, turning right's no good because there's no destination there. That's taking you to the dead end road. I'm going to go this way. I'm going to trust my instinct to go on the route that it's telling me not to go on. See, all of these roads just go back in one another, so there's no point in going in that one. Right. That's taking us to the winter section. Right, so on we go. We just have to hope we've made the right choice this time. Well, there can only be one other choice. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. But of course I've got the English translation mod in. If I had kept it at Russian, where the actual map was still in Russian text, then I would just do a simple mix and match thing. And this makes it a wee bit more complicated when everything's in English, and then you've got to try and interpret the right name of the village or town. Good afternoon to Next NRP. So we can see that the winter section is up ahead again, but we're coming from a different direction. And from what I saw when I went to the flycam where we reached that dead end, it looks as if there's a blizzard blowing not too far up the road here. So now that we're on this road, let me do a quick check of the map. Now you can see where we are. We're there. And it's telling us to go this crazy direction here. Again, this is all totally confusing. That first road was a dead end, which is confusing because of the false roads that there is. So now we just have to guess where we're going here. And then it's important that we take the correct turn, whenever that might be. I don't know. We might get completely lost. And we're going to be stuck at 19 miles an hour behind all of this lot. See, now it says 150 miles still to go. We could be all over the bloody place here trying to find this location. But if I get completely lost, all I'll do is eventually just cheat my way to the end of it to finish the bloody stream. Because I want to go and get my dinner. But we knew we were only like supposedly 16 miles from our destination. But I've got a funny feeling that we're heading into a blizzard up here. more now, is it? Well, he's still hanging in there for another frame at least. Uh-oh, almost tapped. Good afternoon to Spud Boy. I don't know where I'm going, I'll be honest with you, I'm totally lost. You know, a half an hour ago we had 16 miles to go, now we've got 143 miles to go. This is why this map is so confusing for people, including myself. What time is it? 5:27. Well, I can quite clearly see that I ain't going to finish this by driving to the destination if I want to finish in time to get a dinner. The reason I'm not talking so much is I'm concentrating. I can't multitask. I can barely do that. Now I could do with coming to a village or a junction that will give me a road sign or something to give me a clue. What's happening in the snooker? Is it all over? It's a bit late in the day for them still to be playing. Five apiece, final frame again. What, do you think it's going to be 5-5? I created a team in the league. One player accepted my invite. Well, Maisie Dizzle still hasn't worked out how to accept my invite. Plus the fact I haven't seen him in the lobby. I don't see him around too often. He might not be around to play too many matches either, but he isn't in the first team for the first night if it goes ahead anyway. I've already got the team picked. But I don't know whether it will go ahead. Well, it'll probably lag even more if you've got a stream running plus you're watching this stream on another setup. You're still using the same Wi-Fi, so that's probably another reason why it's hanging up a bit. Your bandwidth's getting chewed up. No, you won't find this part of the map on Google Maps, but the one he does use Google Maps for a lot of this map, by the way. I've watched him building this map over the years. Now, one section I can tell you is used Google Maps is a section I made a video about. That section there. No, hang on a minute. It might not be that one. Wait a minute. Right, this section here from Ulan Ude, all of this is all in Google Maps. So if you bring up Google Earth and you find Ulan-Ude, which is obviously not the Russian way of saying it, if you find that on the map and then you follow one of the main roads, the main road does go in that direction. It does have these locations in it. I don't know whether it is a road that continues as far as this one does, but initially, when he started this map, this particular part was only from like there to there. It only went from about there to there, and then he added all of this on later on. You never had a route south from there, but you do now. So all of this is definitely Google Maps. I don't know whether all of this is Google Maps, but much of it is. So if you bring up Google Earth, you'll be able to find it. Ulan-Ude, and then if you look at the shape of this map here and the way the road goes, that is genuine. Although sections of it are what he's created himself. There's like a lot of detours, bumps in the road and all of that stuff. The road won't be as bad as what he's making it out to be. But yes, that is on Google Earth. But this part that we're on, we're in there somewhere. That's all fantasy stuff here, I think. Will Steve play in the league? Not if he can help it, he won't. He definitely won't. But he will if he has to get the league going. I'm going to have to pause for a second to get a drink. Hang on. I've got a throat like an Arab sandal. Oh, that's lovely. Right, well, I ain't going to be doing this much longer, I'll tell you that. Because I am in desperate need of something to eat. We've got to come to a junction at some point. This road just cannot go on forever. I think I've actually came in the opposite direction in this road. But what I can't remember is what's at the other end of this bloody road going this way. I have no recollection of it. It's been years since I've been here. This would be a nightmare to do in darkness as well, because there's absolutely no light roundabout, so you can't see the road. You've got nothing to give you any notion of where you're going other than trying to follow, and then you get stuck behind traffic because you're scared to move off the road. You don't know what you're going to fall into. But I'm just trying to go as fast as I can to get through this and get to some sort of sign of human habitation, because it's a bit desolate here. Now that's too fast into that corner. Now you see, he's already stopped, that truck driver. He's already seen that there's a lunatic in the road, and he's making sure he's avoiding me. Now, what was the question? Do you have a steering wheel controller or just regular ones? I am using a steering wheel right now. Yeah. I have never used a controller on this game. And that's in all the, how many years? 11 years that this game's been out on the market. I've had this steering wheel longer than I've had Euro Truck. I got it for Gran Turismo on the PlayStation 3. So that shows you how long I've had my steering wheel. And my steering wheel is showing signs of wear and tear, no doubt about it. But it still drives okay, although you wouldn't think that when you see some of the driving I end up doing, but it does still work. But buttons are a bit dodgy, the brake pedal's a bit dodgy. It's just an awful amount of usage. This steering wheel has been well used since the day it came out of the box. And then I invested in a Wheel Stand Pro, which is it's solid metal, and I've got the wheel. It was a wheel stand that was designed for this wheel when the wheel came out. The Logitech Driving Force GT. It was launched alongside the release of Gran Turismo, and so I invested in also buying a wheel stand for it. That way, once the wheel's fitted to it and the pedals are fitted to it, I can just shove it out the way to the side of the PC. I don't need to bolt anything to desks. I don't have the room to do that, as a matter of fact, anyway. And therefore, having the wheel stand pro was one of the best investments I ever did as well. Because once I'm finished with this game today, I just lift the wheel out the way, lift the whole stand out the way, and that's me. Not a problem. Dead easy. Yeah, that's what it would be, a Logitech Driving Force GT, yeah. The very one that I've got. It's been a very good wheel, and it works great with this game. I mean it's as if Eurotruck was made for this wheel, so it is. And it's the only way to get enjoyment out of these simulation driving games is by using a wheel. If you're using an Xbox controller, you don't have the finesse in the control at all. But you can also just use your, you can just use your bare hands for this. You can just use your mouse and steer, as many people do who wouldn't necessarily have the money to buy the wheels at the prices that are available nowadays. I think I paid £90 for this wheel when I bought it, and that was the cheaper Logitech one that you could get. I had a G27 before it, and I never liked it because probably because I couldn't find a stand for it at the time, and I actually got rid of it. I barely used it at all. When is this going to end? Well, the steering wheel hasn't been out that long, Spud Boy. It's been out at least, let me think, it's definitely 12-13 years old. It's not been out as long as 20 years, but it is one of the older wheels now. I mean, there's been like probably 3 different ranges since I bought this that have come out. In fact, I'll tell you something. When I bought the Logitech G27, I can't remember what I paid for it, but it had the separate steering stick that you had to bolt to your desk as well. And Logitech very quickly went away with that idea and decided they're going to charge you to buy the bloody gear stick now. So they now sell this, or at least the last time I checked, they sell the Logitech G29, but the gear stick controller is an optional add-on for about another 50 quid or something. What a crap. This is the reason I got this steering wheel, is because the gear stick's attached to the wheel. It's a solid item. It's all in one. That's why I liked it, because you don't have to bolt something to something else. Hang on, I need to drop the gears. Well, the only thing I do know is that when Gran Turismo 3 came out, I think it was, I bought a PlayStation 3 specifically for Gran Turismo. I played virtually nothing else on it but Gran Turismo, and I bought the steering wheel at that time specifically for the game, and that would be well, 2012 was when Eurotruck came out, so before that I had bought the wheel because I was using it for Gran Turismo for probably maybe, I don't know, was I using it for maybe a couple of years before Eurotruck came out? I can't retrace my steps that well, but it feels like something like that. So I've had it for a while, but not 20 years. Well, it's now 9:45 in the morning, game time. We're still showing we've got 132 miles to go, although again that could change very rapidly just depending on whether we ever get to the road end here. Let's have a look at the map, because right, when you look at where we are here, we're going all round the houses. And that is not where we're going to. Right, where the hell's the junction in this? I think we've possibly been going the wrong way all along here. And I've not got time to persevere this. You know, what time is it? It's 6:15. Let's do the old, what do you call it? Tofu. No, I never have tried it and I never will. That answers that question. Next question. Imagine asking a Scotsman if you've ever tried tofu. You know. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to park the truck, or at least I'm going to sit it there. I am going to shift my wheel out of the way, and if I had more time during the day and it wasn't getting to tea time and you guys weren't getting bored to death watching this. In fact, my chat stopped on my YouTube on my phone. Hang on to do a refresh. Hang on a second. The chat's just died. Right. What was I saying? I am going to, if you look at this, what it's telling us is that we're going up there to do a U-turn. This tends to suggest to me that I have missed a turning somewhere, not necessarily along this route that we've gone, but the fact that that's telling us to go up there and do a turn and come back down this way is telling me we've got, yeah, 10 and 11, and that sounds about right. That sounds about right. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go to Orokutan, or Orotu, I'll say that again, Orotukan. That's where I'm supposed to be going to. So go to Orotukan, and let's see if it will fly cam to it. Yes, it will. So we'll tab out of that, and this is where we're supposed to be going to. Now, we're delivering somewhere in here, in fact, in there somewhere. But what road took us there, I don't know. I would have to retrace the steps and see what route I've missed. Because clearly that's a hidden road. You can see it's a hidden road because there's nothing marked on the map. I'm just trying to get a bearing on where it's going to see where the turning is. Now, right, I have been here before. I remember this part. Yeah. You can actually take a stupid shortcut like that and take the bridge and go onto the road there. This is many, many moons ago I've been here. A long, long time ago since I've been here in this map. That's why I can't remember where the hell I'm going. Right, so the road's going all the way around there. Let's look. It's got to come out somewhere. Loads of big climbs. So it's weaving. Now again, and put that there's a turn off there. So there's a track coming that direction. And I think this was the way I should have came. Let's have a look. That's going along there. Now, that will maybe give me a bit of a bearing. And is there a name of the town somewhere? A name of the location? Let's have a look. If I can get a name, where the hell am I? I'm stuck in the trees. I want to see a road sign or something. Let's try along here. Is that the way we come in? I don't know if I'm going back the way I've just came. Right. So that's the junction we just came to. Right, here's a sign here. That's what I need to get. I need to get a road sign with something on it. Right, so that sign is for Magadan. That's it. I haven't a clue. I have no clue what that means. Right, so was it Kutan? Right, isn't I've spelt it wrong or something? Hang on, do that. Or Rotukan, I keep doing that wrong. Or Rotukan. Rotukan. Need a space. Yeah, this is going to take way too long to finish this, especially if you're going in the wrong direction. But I had this funny feeling I was going in the wrong direction. Right, so let's just get it finished. Now, where are we supposed to park? You can see they've got a blizzard going on here. So we're somewhere in here, but I can't bloody well see it. Well, we're supposed to be over there somewhere, I think. Ah, there it is. Right. That'll do. We'll cheat our way to the end. That way, you guys can go and get your dinner, and I can go and get mine. Is the snooker finished yet? Right, let's spawn the truck. There we go. That's how to finish a job. Cheat your way to the end of it. Now, it would be handy actually finding a job out of here for future reference. Who won it then? Oh, Alan won it. Oh, Jesus. Oh, well, that's him been in a winning position again, and it's gone. Let's see if there's any jobs going. Yes, there is. Well, there's one that's going to take you right along through the winter section, the really tough section there. So and that one's going to Bar, which is miles and miles away, 900 odd miles. That ain't happening. Yes, I did. I started in Magadan. That's where I started with the intention of finishing it, but we clearly took the wrong option. that's where we were. There's a road somewhere that takes us to that place, and we've taken a wrong turn. I'll tell you what would have helped me. What would have helped me is actually having this English to text mod out when we definitely need to read the road signs and match them up with what it says in the map, because the Russian text would have been easier to follow. I think that's one way I went wrong. Because the reason I like to have that in English is so that I can spawn to a location to take a job. But it backfires when you have a situation like I've just had this afternoon, where I've got myself completely lost by missing the right road and ended up going into the middle of nowhere. Right, guys, I'm heading for dinner. What did we say? We've got... yeah, that is exactly what I'm doing, Polament. That's exactly what I'm about to do. We've got Spectre Dawn and Fast Eddie tomorrow night at 7:15, unless there's anything in between. I'll go and check the bracket, but that's the main match that's on over the next day or two. So I hope you can join us for that. So until we meet again, I will bid you good afternoon, but I won't be bidding you good afternoon before I do this.
We've got here is failure to communicate. Some men you just can't reach.
The trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots.
Good night, ladies.